For years, I thought I just wasn't the kind of guy who could build muscle. All the jocks were fucking sorted and were just born like that. They're athletic, so they can just build muscle easily, and it doesn't really matter anyway because they're just vain and stupid and get all the girls, and I'm not even mad. I'm not. I'm not even mad. I'm just a hard gainer, so why even try? Now my life is shitty because it feels like I've given up to a degree. Cigarettes? Sure. Weed? Sounds great. Minecraft? Oh, hell yeah. It wasn't until I was 17, pissing off an abandoned rooftop downtown, high as fuck, on weed. Barely able to stand without throwing up when I realized, I don't even like this. I don't even want to be here. Why the fuck am I here? Why do I keep killing my body and wasting away? This is when I finally started to realize these small things you do over time shape who you are, your identity. This is why habits are important. And I feel like a bitch every time I talk about habits, right? Because so many people talk about habits and they're like, I drank my glass of water today. I got my 30 minutes of time in the sun in. But this isn't about drinking a glass of water every morning. This is about being the kind of man who keeps promises. This is about waking up every morning, not having intrusive thoughts. About feeling like you're worth something. This is about fucking eating, bro. What actually pisses me off is the people who are like, I'm here for a good time, not a long time. What a great fucking lie that was. What a great way for me to feel comfortable, for me to feel good even. Digging this hole for myself deeper and deeper and deeper that feels impossible to get out of. And it's the stupidest shit I've ever heard because the people that you see saying this shit aren't even having a good time. Not only are they killing their body and mind, but they're not even having fun while they're doing it. What once was fun is now their fucking vice. The people who are saying this shit are overindulging because they have poor mental health. And this brings them some kind of comfort. They don't have to deal with shit. They don't have to deal with reality whenever they're fucked up. And I know this because I was one of them. I was the guy saying this kind of shit. That's why I'm getting fucking mad at it. But if I could just tell my younger self, when you focus on being here for a long time, you are here for a good time. Daily. I swear to you, bro, I was sitting in traffic yesterday on my way to work. No music or anything. There wasn't anything going on. And I was just fucking grinning, bro. Hands at the wheel. I was like... I was like that for no fucking reason because I was just so fucking happy with life. How it was going. This is what I'm talking about when I'm talking about maximizing the natural high. Right? I sound like a fucking square when I talk about this shit. But I was just in my car thinking about the progress I've made on YouTube. About the progress I was making on my cut in the gym, right? I'm starting to lean out. And it's not the fact that there's some magic number that I step on the scale that makes me happy. It's not the fact that there's this number of followers on social media that's fucking it, that just, that's it, that's the game. It's the fact that I am seeing progress. That I can look at myself over the past 2 weeks and say, I have worked for this. That makes me feel good about myself. It makes me have so much self-fucking-love because younger Luke knew that he was delaying all of the good shit. It was hard for me not to eat the extra calories whenever I work in a shop that has cheesecake right in front of me every single day. But no, I didn't fucking do it because I knew that me in the car yesterday would be sitting there so fucking happy. And I knew that I'd be able to come to you now and tell you that story. And by the way, bro, living for a long time does not mean living to be 110 years old and feeling like you're 110. It means being 50 and feeling and looking like you were 30. I will take the extra 20 fucking years, bro. Yeah, I'll fucking take it. Now, is Luke gonna just ramble on this entire video or is he gonna actually give you some actionable advice to take? You know me, bro. If you don't already know who I am, my name is Luke Grenoble, and we are a gang of like-minded young men who are no longer settling for the monotony, addiction, and depression of living an average life. And if that sounds like something you want to be a part of, hit subscribe right now. And it doesn't matter where you are, bro. My promise to you is that by the end of this video, you're going to know exactly what to do to get your life back on track, and you're going to have taken the first step to do so. But the first thing you need to know... The first thing to know before we get to that is that when you form a habit, you are literally forming your identity, and not just some woo-woo identity, psychological identity, right? When you do something long enough over time, you believe, I'm just the kind of guy who does this. I'm just the kind of guy who avoids social situations. I'm just a loner. No, you're fucking not, bro. You've just avoided social situations over and over again. Now you think that you're an introvert. When really, You're probably this boisterous guy who fucking loves conversation. You just have some shit you gotta work through. And the reason why habits can be so fucking slippery is because they never seem to make a difference until they do. There's something called a critical threshold with habits. Whenever you hit it, you finally see the result. But until then, it's like you're doing this thing over and over again and you don't see shit. This is why smoking's not that bad. I can quit anytime until you get hit with cardiovascular disease. Bulking doesn't work because you're a hard gainer until you start tracking your macros for 2 months and then you start filling out your shirts. This is what people think that progress is going to look like, when in reality, it looks like this. And you've probably seen these two graphs before. You know that success is exponential, but what does that actually fucking mean? What everyone talks about is just starting your habit. Just start and you'll get momentum. No, bro. What I want to fucking talk about is the part that's actually tough. Because you get fired up from videos like this, right? I know I fucking do. This part of starting the habit is easy. I can do it for a couple of days. What's hard is the sticking point. And I want to explain this because I've seen nobody else fucking talk about this shit. But just like in squats, bro, there is a sticking point where at the bottom of the squat, it is the hardest to push up. And after that, it gets easy, right? It's this one point that if you could get past it, fuck, man, that's the game. It's this point after the Goggins videos have worn off where you really don't want to go to the gym. You're so fatigued and your muscles are so sore. Damn, it'd be nice to just stay in today. When you already had 2 rest days last week. It's at this point, bro, that everyone fucking gives up. But if you can get past this sticking point and realize that everyone has this sticking point, every single person, it's not just you. But the thing that will separate you from other people is getting past it. Because I'll be honest, bro, it's not hard to beat 99% of people in most things. Right? Getting into the top 1% of any endeavor is pretty fucking easy. You just have to show up. Consistency isn't key. Consistency is the fucking game. If you just show up, you're beating every other guy who's given up on their dream of fucking having the body they want, of being a content creator, of whatever the fuck it is, so that he can watch that new season of Invincible. Because that's most people. And you and I aren't like most people, bro. We are grabbing life by the fucking balls. So how do you do it? How do you actually get past this sticking point? Well, I'll tell you how I stopped being the kind of guy who wasted his life away on drugs to becoming something I'm so fucking proud of. You have to focus on something that scientists call future self continuity. Because right now you're putting shit off because you think you're going to do it later. There's this future version of yourself that's not as tired as you are now. That's not as hungover. That's not as sad. It's not in such a mentally bad place. It's more hardworking. But bro, this future version of yourself that you're putting all of this shit onto is no different than you now. He has no extra virtues. There are no circumstances that are lifted off of him. You have to act now, despite how you are feeling, to feel fucking amazing in the future. What future self continuity is mentally connecting that the actions you take right now create who you are in the future, who you actually are. Because future you isn't some abstract entity, right? This is you when you wake up tomorrow. So stop burdening your future self and do the work now so that you can look back at yourself and think, I am proud as fuck at that younger version of me, so that you can be the guy smiling while you're stopped in fucking traffic. That is the side of life that I want you to fucking experience, bro. And if you do this and you experience it and you're like, it's not for me, fine, bro, that's fine. But I'm telling you, bro, you're not going to. Once you feel how it feels to actually do the fucking work and feel amazing about it, you're not going to want to stop. And that's when you get on this positive spiral of growth. Your action step is to write a letter to future you. Date it for a year from today. And if you actually want to change, bro, do this shit. If you don't do it, you're a bitch. Sorry, not sorry. If you have to do this later because you're watching this on your phone on the subway or some shit, bro, like this video or save it to a playlist so you can come back to it and remember what I said. But if you're just fucking eating your dinner right now, bro, come on, get out a piece of paper. I want you to write this letter and write what you hope future you is going to be like, what your hopes are for him right now. Next, write what you are doing right now that is going to pay off for him in the future. Write down what future you is going to say about you now, taking this action. And lastly, I want you to write, what are the consequences of failing your future self? I want you to write this letter, seal it, put it away, and put a reminder on your phone to open it a year from this date. And I do this too, bro. I've been doing this for years now. Hold on, I'll show you my shit. December 3rd, 2024, I've got my own that I'm opening. Bro, I hope when you open this letter a year from now, you look back at yourself and you just fucking smile. Man, because you have put yourself in a place filled with self-love. Leave a comment down below the things that your future self is going to look back at you and be proud of. a year from now, because we're all going to keep each other accountable. And not only does it inspire me to see these comments, but it inspires every other guy who's only one step behind you. So act now, become unstoppable.